everybody, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Seong, and today I'm here to review Squid Game. Now, this show has been talked about a lot. It's been the talk of the town. Every once in a while, a show comes through, especially a lot of times on a Netflix in particular, and it becomes a big talking topic. It becomes a big talking topic. It becomes a show that people are watching and talking about, and it's trending, and it's really good, and it's captivating, and it's got people's attention. And this, and the latest one is Squid Games, a Korean show on Netflix. Netflix Squid Games. It's a Korean show, and it's crazy to see that much love for a foreign show. You know, like even in the past, like you would get shows, even in the past, shows that blow up. They're usually not like, okay, there are, foreign actors in a lot of these shows, but they're not like foreign, not like produced by a foreign country other than like America or Britain. And usually those are the ones that shine. And to see a movie like this, a show like this, that's from Korea, it's made by them. I haven't seen this big of a love for a foreign film, for a foreign show like this, where it's just elevated to this huge kind of pop cultural thing since like The Raid. Like The Raid to me is a great film, and I've watched The Raid dubbed and non-dubbed, and that's how great I think The Raid is in terms of its quality of action. But this show is really fucking good. It is really, really fucking good. I mean, I'd go as far as say great, because I will admit, the damn show had me on the edge of my seat. I'm telling you, there were things I was planning to do with my weekend, and it ended up just being watching the show. Like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'll watch a couple episodes of Squid Game, eventually finish it up by like Tuesday and then review it. And I was like, and then like next thing you know, I'm sitting on the edge of my couch watching this show like, this is riveting TV. And if you don't know, because you've probably heard of Squid Game, I had heard of it and was like, what the fuck is that even? What, Squid Game? What the fuck does that even mean? And if you're like me, you're probably like, what the fuck does that even mean? Squid Game. What? Now, as it turns out, Squid Game is the latest in a, what's the word I'm looking for? In a, battle royale / death game, a deadly game type thing. Now these deadly game type films have been around for a long time. You got battle royale, you got the Hunger Games, you got there's a lot of them. Oh shit, man, there's a couple of them. Films where it's like people are in a contest, got the condemned, people are in a contest, you got to kill each other to win. That kind of stuff. And they've done it differently in different films for different reasons. But, the traditional go-to when you think of it is Battle Royale. I've never seen Battle Royale, but every time there's a film or anything that has something to do with a bunch of people having to kill each other, in a contest to survive, people always bring up Battle Royale. I've never seen it, but it must be pretty good if people are always bringing it up. There's also another movie called The Cube, but movies like that have been around for quite some time. Just the concept of other people being forced to kill each other or dying, and just the concept of being in a do or die situation, and it shows the true savagery of humanity, has always been an interesting concept. And that's what the Squid Game is. It's essentially this unknown organization finds all of these people who are in awful debt. Now, I'm not talking like, I owe a little bit. No, I'm talking crushing debt. I'm talking like most of these people should be in prison debt. I mean, it is bad debt. I'm talking like the main character. I'm trying to remember his name. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just 1 second to remember this guy. Gi-Hun. I think that's how he's pronounced it. Gi-Hun. The main character, Gi-Hun. The dude is on hard times. He can't even afford to help his mom pay. He's staying back with his mom. The dude's like in his 40s, and he's living with his mom. He can't even afford to help her. His wife divorced him and took the kid, and she's remarried, and he can't afford to buy gifts for his kid. He can't afford to even get her good dinner on her birthday, and it's just miserable city. And his mom's sick. It's miserable city, and this organization finds people who are in desperate situations, terrible situations, and they can't get themselves out of, like debt that can't be removed. Like, they're in such debt that they will spend the rest of their life paying it. You know what I mean? They'll spend the rest of their life attempting to pay off this debt. And they find these people, they let them win this game, give them a little bit of money, they'll wet their lips and go, hey, do you want to enter a bigger contest for a bigger thing? I actually had something like this happen to me. Not this, but I know me and Seth once went to a escape room, and we went to an escape room, and once we got out of the escape room, the dude was like, hey, you want to go to a bigger, better, crazier escape room? We're like, nah, bruh, nah. But like, that's what happens here, is like they win this little game, and like, want to go play bigger game that could be worth a lot more money. And of course, all of them thinking that, well, I mean, it's just a game, and like, we just played a game there and he gave me money, so I mean, it's probably just gonna be a game. No, motherfucker, you don't understand. So basically, this organization took at least over 500 people who are in horrible, crippling debt, and they had them play normal, like almost children-like games, except on steroids. Except if you lose, you die. Just a spoiler for you, because I want people to see this. The first game they play is red light, green light. We've all played red light, green light. We've all played red light, green light. Stop, go. If you haven't played red light, green light, and your children don't play red light, green light, you're not teaching your children properly. Anywho, we've all played red light, green light. Except, and you get caught, you're just out. You get caught moving, you're just out. I used to cheat, man. I used to slide, man. I used to fucking slide on that, especially when we were on grass. I just slide, man. I was great at it. Unfortunately, in this game, if you slide, move a little bit, you get shot in the head. And it immediately ups the intensity and just what the fuck is gonna happen next? And oh man, it gets good. In all the fucking games, there's 6 games, and all of them, and particularly a couple of them, are just so terrifying and just so gut-wrenching, because you're never quite sure what's gonna happen. And of course, this being a show with all these people who are desperate, you get different characters showing desperation in different ways. You get different people reacting to it. There are characters who are reacting worse than others. There are characters who show their true colors, both good and bad. And sometimes that costs them their life. And a lot of times, in some cases, showing how bad they are cost them their lives, and showing how good they are cost them their lives. And overall, the show is about the human nature and what people will do when they are desperate, and what people are willing to put themselves through, what people are willing to, how dark and how big of a hole people are willing to dig for themselves when they are desperate. People are willing to do a lot of things. It's like, and on top of that, it also is obviously one of those classic tales about how crazy situations like these reveal your true self, I tell Seth all the time, this is why the apocalypse genre is such a big deal, is because, or post-apocalypse genre and whatnot is such a big deal, is because in tense situations like that, fight or flight situations, you're gonna show your true colors. Like, you're either gonna be the man you think you are, or you're not gonna be. I harken back to The Walking Dead with Shane, and he seemed like a decent enough guy, but even when you watch the earlier episode, or first episode, there's something off with him. But then when the world fucking goes to shit, you see his true colors. And stuff like that happens throughout the show. The longer it goes on, the more desperate things get, the more you start to see people's true colors, for better or worse. And like I said, it's just, it's heart-wrenching, it's well acted, very creative with some of the devs, very creative with what was going on with it, and with the entire thing. The design was cool. The sound design was really cool, because in particular, even in the red light, green light, at a certain point, the sound is kind of dimmed down, and you can't even hear the actors. All you can hear is the gunshots going off. They're red light, they'll be like green light, they're going, red light, they all stop, and you don't hear anything. And you start hearing pow, 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 pow. And you don't know where the bullets are going. You're just seeing people fall. And you see the looks on the actors' faces. The characters' faces. They're just like, oh my God, did I move? Did I get shot? Am I getting shot? Am I not getting shot? They're freaking out. And I'm just like, this show is okay. I gotcha. And by the time it got to the end, I felt bad. I just felt bad. I felt dirty. I felt like, man, that was an ordeal. These people are awful. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with these people. This is insane. Holy shit, that was a hell of a show. Honestly, if I had to give Squid Game out of 10, I'm giving this thing a 10. I enjoyed the hell out of myself. I enjoyed the hell out of Squid Games. I watched that. I lost track of time watching that show. I don't remember, at least in a long time, or maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I just don't remember being on the edge of my seat. And perhaps it's because it's a foreign show. You know, that it makes me even less uneasy that I don't know what's gonna happen because I don't know how they do things over there. They might be more inclined to kill off all the characters. They might be more inclined to do something crazy that, you know, our more American tastes, we probably wouldn't, you know, more American directors and whatnot wouldn't put in their films. They might be. I don't know. And that thought in the back of my mind also made me nervous. I don't know how they do things over there in Korea, in Korean films. Like, they might be more hardcore about this shit, man. I don't know. I felt like no character was safe because no character was safe. And, like, I felt like I didn't know what really was happening. And by the end, you still don't completely know what's happening. I know one thing. I'm curious to see if it's going to get a season 2. I mean, I'm sure it is because it's doing ridiculous. I saw a statistic the other day. They said this movie is going to, like, from viewership alone, this movie is going to make almost $900 million in profit to Netflix, which I'm like, damn. And I'm hearing that this movie wasn't even made for this show wasn't even made for that much, which is insane to think about, that this really wasn't made for a lot. I'm like, wow, really? You did this? It looked really good for the budget you did it with. I mean, it goes to show that you can do a lot with little. I mean, The Raid wasn't that big of a budget either, but I mean, granted, it took place in one apartment, but the second one wasn't that big of a budget. But, you know, and I digress. I enjoyed the hell out of this show. It gets a 10 out of 10 from me. Squid Game. Have you seen it? You should check it out, especially if you're just into watching just crazy drama. Oh man, don't let that it being a foreign thing, like, you know, affect you. It's some drama for you, man. It's that juicy drama. Woo, man, I had a good time with this. Anyways, thank you for joining me on Comic Game Movie Show. Please remember to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.